Welcome back to Steffi Fan's channel. Today, we will learn about the issue that has everyone in Los Angeles buzzing with anticipation as The Bold and the Beautiful delivers explosive drama on December 29th. The upcoming episodes promise to shake the very foundation of Forrester Creations while introducing shocking developments that will leave viewers absolutely stunned. Prepare yourselves for revelations that could change everything we thought we knew about these beloved characters and their complicated relationships. Katie Logan Spencer's revolutionary fashion house. The fashion world of Los Angeles is about to witness something truly unprecedented as Katie Logan Spencer makes the boldest move of her entire career. After weeks of careful contemplation and soul-searching about her professional future, Katie has finally reached a monumental decision that will send shockwaves through the entire industry. She's going all in on launching her very own fashion house, a venture that represents not just a business opportunity, but a complete transformation of her identity in the fashion world. Katie's determination to succeed in this new endeavor is palpable and unwavering. She spent countless hours developing her business plan, studying market trends, and positioning herself to compete directly with the established giants of the industry. This isn't just about creating another clothing line or adding to the already saturated market. Katie envisions something revolutionary, something that will challenge the traditional power structures that have dominated Los Angeles fashion for decades. When Brooke Logan Forrester initially heard about Katie's ambitious plans, she appeared supportive on the surface. The sisters seemed to share a moment of genuine connection as Brooke offered words of encouragement and sisterly solidarity. However, beneath that polished exterior, doubts were already beginning to form in Brooke's mind. In a private conversation with Ridge Forrester, Brooke's true feelings emerged like water bursting through a dam. She confessed her serious reservations about Katie's venture, questioning whether her sister truly understood the monumental challenges ahead. The name Katie has chosen for her fashion house is so unconventional, so completely unexpected, that it leaves both Ridge and Brooke absolutely speechless. Their facial expressions tell a story of shock and confusion that words simply cannot capture. Brooke's immediate reaction says it all as she blurts out, "What is that?" The question hangs in the air, heavy with judgment and disbelief. Katie's response reveals the name she's chosen with pride and conviction, though it clearly doesn't land the way she hoped with her sister and brother-in-law. The inevitable confrontation between Katie and Brooke promises to be one of the most emotionally charged scenes of the week. When Katie discovers the truth about Brooke's deception and her lack of genuine support, the betrayal cuts deeper than any business setback could. Katie feels wounded to her very core, realizing that her own sister couldn't be honest with her during such a pivotal moment in her life. The hurt transforms into anger as Katie recognizes a pattern that has repeated itself throughout their lives together. Katie's frustration extends beyond just this single incident. She sees clearly how Brooke consistently prioritizes Ridge and Forrester Creations over family loyalty. Even when it means sacrificing her own sister's dreams and aspiration, Brooke cannot seem to break free from Ridge's influence and the company's gravitational pull. This realization forces Katie to confront some painful truths about their relationship and where her sister's true allegiances lie. Donna's peacemaking mission. The tension between Katie and Brooke threatens to tear the Logan sisters apart, which naturally draws Donna Logan into the fray as the eternal peacekeeper. Donna has always played this role within the family, mediating disputes and trying to maintain harmony among the sisters. She understands both Katie's hurt and Brooke's complicated position, making her uniquely qualified to bridge the growing chasm between them. Donna will likely arrange heart-to-heart conversations, attempting to help both sisters see the other's perspective while reminding them of the unbreakable bond they share. Katie's strategic recruitment plan. Katie's determination to prove everyone wrong at Forrester Creations leads her to develop an ambitious recruitment strategy. She's not just building a fashion house, she's assembling a dream team of talent that will rival anything Forrester Creations can offer. Her first target is none other than Eric Forrester himself, the legendary designer whose expertise and reputation could give her venture instant credibility in the industry. Imagine the statement it would make if the patriarch of Forrester Creations himself chose to work with Katie's new company. Dick Sharp represents another intriguing possibility for Katie's growing roster. Fresh off his dismissal from Forrester Creations, Dick possesses raw talent and innovative ideas that haven't yet been fully appreciated or developed. Katie sees potential where others see inexperience, and she's willing to bet on young designers who bring fresh perspectives to fashion design. Bringing Dick aboard would not only secure a promising talent, but would also send a message that her fashion house values creativity over politics. Will Spencer, Katie's own son, presents both a personal and professional opportunity. His involvement would keep the venture within the family while demonstrating Katie's confidence in the next generation. Will has grown considerably and shown interest in the business world, making him a natural fit for this new enterprise. His participation would also strengthen the Logan family's position in the fashion industry as a united front. Electra Forrester could bring youth appeal and fresh energy to Katie's venture. Her involvement would create interesting dynamics, especially given her Forrester connection. Katie understands that capturing younger demographics requires authentic representation, and Electra could be the key to reaching that market effectively. The young designer has already demonstrated creativity and an understanding of contemporary trends that could prove invaluable. Perhaps most intriguing is the possibility of Hope Logan Spencer joining Katie's fashion house. Hope's frustration with Forrester Creations has been building steadily, particularly regarding her lack of autonomy over her own fashion line. If the company continues restricting her creative freedom and refusing to let her make crucial decisions about hope for the future, she might seriously consider making the leap to Katie's new venture. Such a move would be absolutely devastating to Forrester Creations while simultaneously establishing Katie's company as a legitimate threat. Dick Sharp's uncertain future. The talented young designer finds himself at a major crossroads following his termination from Forrester Creations. Steffi Forrester Finnegan acknowledges Dick's potential to become an exceptional designer someday, but she believes he simply lacks the necessary experience to contribute meaningfully to the company right now. Her decision, while perhaps pragmatic from a business standpoint, effectively cuts short what could have been a promising apprenticeship under the Forrester umbrella. Los Angeles. Thomas Forrester's reaction to Dick's work adds another layer of complexity to the situation. Even Thomas, who maintains high standards for design work, appeared genuinely impressed by Dick's portfolio and creative vision. His positive assessment makes Steffi's decision seem even harsher, raising questions about whether other factors beyond pure talent evaluation influence the outcome. Dick now faces the challenge of finding a new path forward in an industry where reputation and connections often matter as much as raw ability. Eric Forrester's grand design. The legendary Eric Forrester prepares to remind everyone why he's considered one of fashion's greatest minds. He's developing what he describes as the greatest design of his entire illustrious career, a creation that will showcase decades of accumulated wisdom and artistic evolution. This isn't simply another collection or seasonal offering. Eric envisions something transcendent, a design that will cement his legacy and demonstrate that age and experience bring unparalleled value to creative work. The anticipation surrounding Eric's announcement builds daily as colleagues and family members speculate about what he might unveil. Will this masterpiece incorporate elements from throughout his legendary career? Could it represent a completely new direction that surprises everyone who thought they understood his aesthetic? Eric's track record of innovation and excellence suggests that whatever he reveals will exceed expectations and potentially redefine contemporary fashion standards. Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes connection. An unexpected development emerges as Deacon Sharp finds himself growing closer to Taylor Hayes. Their interactions have taken on new dimensions, suggesting possibilities that few people saw coming. The connection between them appears genuine and organic, built on mutual understanding and shared experiences. Both have navigated complicated personal histories and made mistakes they've worked to overcome, creating common ground for meaningful friendship or perhaps something deeper. However, Sheila Sharp watches these developments with increasing alarm and possessiveness. Her instincts tell her that something significant is shifting in her marriage to Deacon, and the threat of losing him again feels terrifyingly real. Sheila's pattern of destructive behavior, when threatened, is well documented, and viewers should prepare for potential explosive reactions as she perceives her relationship crumbling. The question becomes whether Sheila can control her worst impulses or if jealousy will drive her to actions that destroy everything she's tried to build. Will Spencer's invitation. Will Spencer extends a bold invitation to Dylan, suggesting they spend the night together at the beach house. This proposition catches Electra somewhat off guard, her expression revealing surprise mixed with consideration. The spontaneity of Will's suggestion creates an interesting dynamic, testing the boundaries of their relationship and their comfort with taking things to the next level. Eventually, Electra agrees to the arrangement, though questions linger about everyone's true intentions. Concerns arise regarding Dylan's potential plans for this intimate evening. His behavior and motivations remain somewhat mysterious, creating an undercurrent of tension beneath what should be a romantic situation. Does Dylan have ulterior motives beyond simply spending quality time with the young couple? The beach house setting, while seemingly idyllic and private, could become a stage for unexpected drama or revelations that change everything for Will and Electra. Viewers should watch carefully for signs of manipulation or hidden agendas that could threaten the couple's happiness and security. Next, we will learn about the highly anticipated return of R.J. Forrester to Bold and the Beautiful, and the shocking romantic storyline that could unfold during the holiday season. The beloved Forrester family is preparing to gather under one roof for what promises to be an unforgettable holiday celebration. And the biggest surprise of all might just be the return of R.J. Forrester himself. It's been an incredibly long time since we've seen Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan's handsome son grace our screens, and his absence has left a noticeable void in the family dynamics. After more than a full year away from Los Angeles and the fashion empire that bears his family name, RJ is finally making his way back home. The timing couldn't be more perfect, as the holidays always bring the Forresters together in ways that create both heartwarming moments and unexpected drama. The mystery of RJ's disappearance. When RJ Forrester seemingly vanished from our screens, many fans were left wondering what exactly happened to the promising young designer. The last time viewers caught a glimpse of Ridge and Brooke's son, he was dealing with one of the most traumatic situations any young man could face. His girlfriend, Luna Nozawa, had been exposed as a cold-blooded serial killer, and the revelation shattered RJ's world completely. The psychological impact of discovering that the woman he loved and trusted was capable of such heinous crimes sent RJ into a tailspin that no one could have predicted. In the aftermath of Luna's arrest and the shocking truth about her murderous activities, RJ made the difficult decision to distance himself from everything and everyone in Los Angeles. He needed space to process the betrayal, to come to terms with how he could have been so blind to Luna's true nature, and to rebuild his sense of self after such a devastating blow. The young Forrester heir packed his bags and left town without much fanfare, choosing to heal away from the prying eyes of the fashion world and the constant reminders of his failed relationship. What's particularly interesting about RJ's departure is how quickly he was forgotten by those closest to him. Luna herself showed absolutely no interest in maintaining any connection with RJ once she was behind bars. There were no letters, no phone calls, no attempts whatsoever to explain her actions or seek forgiveness. It was as if their entire relationship had been erased from existence. Even more surprising is the apparent lack of communication from his own parents. Did Ridge and Brooke even bother to inform their son about their latest reconciliation and remarriage? The fact that RJ might not even know his parents have tied the knot yet again speaks volumes about how disconnected he has become from his family. A fresh face for RJ Forrester. The rumor mill is churning with exciting speculation about RJ's return, and one of the biggest talking points is the possibility of a recast. According to multiple sources and eagle-eyed fans on social media, TikTok sensation Brian Nicoletti was recently seen filming scenes on the set of Bold and the Beautiful. The young actor's presence on set has sparked intense speculation that he might be taking over the role of Bridges' beloved son, Nicoletti, who has built a substantial following on social media platforms. Would bring a fresh energy and modern appeal to the character that could resonate with younger viewers while still honoring the legacy that previous actors have established. If the recast rumors prove to be true, this could signal a major shift in how the show approaches RJ's storyline. A new actor often means new opportunities for character development and fresh romantic pairings. The producers might be planning to position RJ as a more prominent figure in the Forrester Creations hierarchy, giving him meatier storylines and more screen time than he's had in previous years. This return could mark the beginning of RJ's transformation from a supporting character to a leading man in his own right. The limited dating pool. One of the biggest challenges facing RJ Forrester upon his return is the extremely limited dating pool available to him in Los Angeles. When you look at the current roster of characters on Bold and the Beautiful, there are surprisingly few women who fall into RJ's age bracket. The situation becomes even more complicated when you start eliminating potential love interests based on family connections, which are notoriously tangled in the Forrester Logan Spencer universe. Half the women on the canvas are either his relatives, significantly older than him, or already deeply entrenched in complicated relationships of their own. However, there's an interesting loophole that many viewers tend to overlook when considering RJ's romantic possibilities. While RJ carries the prestigious Forrester surname and has been raised as part of that iconic fashion dynasty, his biological father, Ridge, isn't actually a Forrester by blood. Ridge is the biological son of Massimo Marone, a revelation that shocked the family years ago and still has implications for family dynamics today. This bit of soap opera history technically means that RJ isn't a blood relative to many of the people who carry the Forrester name, opening up romantic possibilities that might otherwise seem completely inappropriate or even taboo. Electra Forrester enters the picture. Speaking of romantic possibilities, all signs point to Electra Forrester becoming a significant figure in RJ's life upon his return. Electra, who is currently involved in a relationship with Will Spencer, might find herself drawn to RJ in ways she never expected. The two young people will likely be spending considerable time together at the Forrester Creations offices, working side by side on various fashion projects and collaborating on designs. This close proximity and shared professional interests could create the perfect storm for romantic feelings to develop, even if neither of them is looking for love. What makes the potential RJ and Electra pairing particularly compelling is their shared passion for the fashion industry. Unlike Electra's current boyfriend, Will, who has shown limited interest in design and seems more focused on the business and legal aspects of the family enterprises, RJ genuinely loves fashion. He grew up sketching designs, learning about fabrics, and absorbing everything he could about the creative process from his talented father. This shared passion gives RJ and Electra common ground that goes beyond superficial attraction. They can talk for hours about design concepts, debate the merits of different fashion movements, and collaborate on projects that excite both of them creatively. The chemistry between RJ and Electra could develop organically as they work together on various projects at Forrester Creations. Perhaps RJ will return to find that the company needs fresh ideas to compete with Spencer Publications and other rival fashion houses. He might propose a new line targeting younger consumers, and Electra could be the perfect collaborator for bringing that vision to life. As they spend late nights at the office perfecting their designs, sharing takeout food, and bouncing ideas off each other, the professional relationship could gradually transform into something more personal and intimate. The uncomfortable family connection. Of course, there's one massive elephant in the room that can't be ignored. RJ and Electra technically share the same last name. For many viewers, this fact alone makes any romantic connection between them feel uncomfortable and strange, even knowing that they aren't actually blood relatives. The optics of two people named Forrester being romantically involved is bound to raise eyebrows, even in a town as accustomed to complicated family trees as Los Angeles. The awkwardness factor is undeniable, and it's something that the characters themselves would need to address head-on if they decide to pursue a relationship. However, soap operas have never been known for letting technicalities stand in the way of a good love story. Bold and the Beautiful in particular has a long history of pushing boundaries and creating romantic pairings that might seem controversial at first, but eventually win over audiences. If the writers decide to go forward with an RJ and Electra romance, they'll likely emphasize the fact that there are no actual blood ties between them, making the relationship perfectly acceptable from a biological standpoint, even if it might seem odd socially. What this means for Will Spencer: if RJ and Electra do develop feelings for each other, the biggest casualty would undoubtedly be Will Spencer. The young Spencer heir has been working hard to build a relationship with Electra, but he might find himself completely blindsided when she starts gravitating toward RJ instead. Will's heartbreak could set up an interesting rivalry between him and RJ, bringing tension not just to their personal lives, but also to the professional relationships between Spencer Publications and Forrester Creations. This kind of romantic triangle has the potential to ripple out and affect multiple storylines across the canvas. The return of RJ Forrester promises to shake things up in Los Angeles in ways we haven't seen in quite some time. His reappearance will force characters to reckon with his absence, explain why they failed to keep him in the loop about major family events, and welcome him back into the fold. More importantly, his presence will introduce new romantic possibilities and creative energy into the Forrester Creations offices. Whether or not the rumored relationship with Electra comes to fruition, one thing is certain: RJ's homecoming will be anything but boring, and fans should prepare themselves for plenty of drama, passion, and unexpected twists as this storyline unfolds in the coming weeks and months.